In the last year, we have had two very iconic and very attractive wolves pop up in Dreamworks movies.
Oh boy, yeah.
You know, on one side you've got Mr. Wolf from The Bad Guys,
Yeah.
and on the other you've got Wolf or Death,
Death.
as is also known
Yeah.
from Puss in Boots, thelastwish.com. Oh, sorry, just Wish.
TheLastWish.com.
Every time I say Wish, I feel like saying adding .com to it.
terrible.
That's how we're conditioned here. But seriously though, these wolves are both turning heads, left, right, and centre.
Turning
and
other
have
things as well.
created a frenzy. Dear, I just got that. I've created a frenzy of artwork through the fandom. It's awesome.
And over the floor.
You know, with these two wolves here, and now that we've finally got to see Puss in Boots because they finally released it in the UK.
Yay! Finally.
We can now decide once and for all who is the ultimate wolf in Furry Face-off.
Hottest. Sorry, I got a cough.
And no, we're not counting other films. Just these two.
Just
we
these
know,
two.
We know Balto's awesome, but you know. Right. Anyway. Right.
The
Okay.
Goshi.
So round one, personality.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So on one side you've got
A suave, sophisticated con man wolf with all of the charm and sophistication of
he's
a
nice and
James
and
Bond
he
villain.
does have a little bit of good in him.
Yeah, well, a lot of good in him. He's a good boy.
And on the other side you've just got Death.
And then you got Death.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
He's a badass.
He was a badass,
and
and
a very suave.
you know, I liked his style of doing it, but I've got to have this one already to Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf's got a lot more backstory.
There's a lot
though,
more
to be
going
fair.
to him. Yeah, he's a person, and in fairness, he is the lead character. But
Yeah.
you know, let's take that aside. I think round one.
Yeah, I mean, I
personality-
would, for the record, though, I'd be completely happy with DreamWorks making a film that's completely revolved around the Death character.
Oh, definitely.
Because, my God, that would do well.
DreamWorks Death. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would go down well. You know. Oh, right. Okay, round one. That's going to Mr. Wolf.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay, round two, intelligence. Right, so, now, obviously Mr. Wolf, he's pretty slick, he's
Well,
pretty
he's
smart.
a very intelligent man.
He likes
wolf.
to think he is,
Hot.
but in fairness, a lot of Mr. Wolf is all down to, you know, his team.
Tricksters. It's basically thinking on the fly,
And
getting himself out of
we
trouble.
all learned when his crew went kind of AWOL, you
Yeah.
know, and started breaking apart, it didn't work so easily for him.
No.
The Snake really was running the show
Death
here.
is laser focused.
Yeah, he's a one-man army.
Yeah, literally.
He knows his shit.
Yeah.
And he is slick.
Very slick.
You know,
knows how to like do something without being seen.
Yes,
Yeah.
stealth.
He knows stealth. He knows how to chill people.
Yeah.
And yeah,
They got into Puss's head. I mean, like, he really did. I mean, that was something that he's never done before.
Yeah.
It's made him scared.
I mean, Mr. Wolf is smart. I'm not going to disagree there.
No,
but
no.
I don't think he's quite as cunning.
No, as Death.
So I think round two, we agreed here.
Go to Death, yeah.
Round two, Death. Right. Okay. Who thought we'd be voting for Death? Right. this is a bit weird. Right. Okay. Round three, looks.
Round 3.
Okay. Character design.
Okay, now this one's very interesting because it's very different design characteristics from the same people.
And obviously the animation style in Puss in Boots does kind of flick around a bit as well.
It does, and it actually does
So-
take some inspiration from Bad Guys with the frame rate drops.
Yeah.
And even the
Spider-Verse as well, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Spider-Verse, yeah, which
But
I,
Mr. Wolf, you know,
which is them as well, I think.
so
isn't
Mr. Wolf is very toony, he's very animated, whereas Death is quite jagged.
Yeah.
I do love those red eyes,
with a muzzle that goes on for days.
but can you argue with a wolf that's wearing a white suit jacket?
It's very difficult, but then,
He is
then he
pretty
is
slack.
the Death is wearing a very like sexy looking black cloak.
You know.
So.
Well, we're not going into the sexy stuff yet. That's next.
Okay.
This is just looks. This is just purely looks.
I'm with. It's very difficult this one. I would probably though go with Mr. Wolf.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Mr. Wolf.
Yeah.
He's more of a kind of.
It's got a thing for everything, really. Hasn't it?
Yeah, I used to can't argue with a snappy dress shirt.
No.
Or as ZZ Top would say, he's a sharp dressed man.
Very sharp dressed
wolf.
wolf. Yeah, I was going to
Very
say.
shocked.
Also,
Stressful.
the fact that you said because he's the main character that he has to look attractive.
Yeah, they've put a lot
Very
more into it.
attractive.
Whereas Death is wearing a black cloak. He's designed to look evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Coco Chanel might have said, you know, everyone has a little black number. He's pretty much only a black number.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm sure he's not hiding a little black number underneath it. But anyway,
Right,
let's
okay.
carry on.
So round 3 we're giving to Mr. Wolf. Right. Okay. Round 4, sex appeal. Right, well, okay, how do we start? Right.
Do you like your boys bad or do you like your boys buff? Either
I
one.
typed it into E6.
Alright.
I typed it into E621 to see who has the most entries, and it just crashed. So,
Funny enough, they're both bad boys, really.
you
if
know,
think about it.
let's see. Who do I find hotter? I've got to still say I find Mr. Wolf a little bit better.
Do you? Actually, kind of weirdly enough, I find Death more hot.
Alright, we're split, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, for me, I do technically prefer dominant
But,
character.
yeah.
And Death definitely has that, and I can completely understand.
I think it's also, for me, it's the facial expressions. I know Mr. Wolf's got some fantastic facial expressions. Very come-to-bed eyes and many things.
Yeah, but the problem is if I woke up in bed next to Death, I'd probably be worrying that I'm going to die.
It's a good point.
You know, there is that
But
problem.
when he speaks,
I like a
that
challenge.
language is just.
Yeah,
the
that voice.
Ooh.
Although both of them have got really good
Yeah,
voices.
Sam
so-
Rockwell. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Oh dear, right.
This
so
is actually, I'd almost give this a draw myself. But
this is a draw, but if we do a draw, then I just break the entire
I
episode.
know. I think maybe the best idea is to go around our audience as well and ask them who, because then we could kind of average it out. So you want Mr.
I'm
Wolf.
voting Mr. Wolf.
I'm voting Death. Rector?
Camera vote?
Death.
Camera
Death?
votes Death. 2 for Death.
Haley?
Don't make me decide.
Go on if you had to.
I'm gonna go with Death.
You're going to go with Death. Saki? Death.
Oh, well, I'm on
Sorry,
my own here, then.
Death wins. Don't take this out of context, for heaven's sake.
Oh my god, right, okay. So, it really is going to rely on round 5 here, then, isn't it?
It really is.
You know, they're tied, they're neck and neck, these wolves. And
Wow.
it's all down to acting ability. Right, okay, so on one side we've got Mr. Wolf with the voice acting talent of Sam Rockwell.
We have.
From some of my favourite films like Moon.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Love
of course he
Moon.
was from Moon, wasn't he?
Great film. And of course on the other side, lesser known, which doesn't necessarily mean anything at all
No,
in
not
this
really.
case because he was fantastic as Death.
Yeah.
Wagner Morora. Or I'm probably pronouncing that horrendously wrong. It's on screen.
But a
Apologies for
voice
destroying-
that would make Cutlery fall in love with him. I
Yeah,
mean, to be
yeah.
honest, it's just... It's
his voice is-
unbelievably...
I can't argue with that one. His
Lo-
voice. Sam Rockwell as Mr. Wolf here. Yeah. My favourite thing is like here. Maybe a little yeah. Is that South Park thing?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. He was cold, dark, but oh damn! I can listen to his voice all day.
Arf.
We're back in the sex appeal category again. aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We
Sorry.
never left.
We never left.
You know, I think this one's an easy one.
Yay!
I think this one's easy. I'm gonna have to give it to Death.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf, you've been pushed out.
So, well, there we are.
like
so that
Legoshi,
means
you are now second.
this was
Ching.
this was a bit of a tough battle. It's down to the last
Well,
one.
there you go.
I think, but I've got to hand it to Death. I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah,
there we
now
are.
Death
So,
wins.
in the battle of the two DreamWorks wolves in the last year, Death wins.
And, well, no, actually, really, DreamWorks wins, because, to be honest,
I won't lie though to you. If we get any more
Knocking
hot
it out
wolves
the
in,
park.
if we get any more hot wolves in films, I'll have to do a tier list. At
Yeah.
this point of just wolves.
or
You
just
know.
DreamWorks characters in general, I think.
Yeah. So there we go. Do you agree with our points? Do you think Mr. Wolf should have won this, or do you think Death wins? Let us know in the comments below. Oh dear me. Oh dear, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click that like button if you did. Support us on Patreon, there's a link in the description. And buy our merchandise if you feel like a furry t-shirt with Theodore Rabbit or Shadow Raccoon on
Yay,
it.
Thank you.
I'm Shadow Raccoon,
And I'm Theodore Rabbit.
and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.
Bye!